Hi folks, and welcome to another episode of Rick Simon Fishing Adventures Birding Edition. Well, I wanted to create a video for fishermen as well as recreational boaters to be able to identify and recognize prevalent shorebirds in southern New England. So what I did was, Sarah, my wife, and I, we went to a wildlife refugee or bird sanctuary, and we took some videos at the National Bird Sanctuary in Concord, Massachusetts. I also went to some popular fishing holes that I frequent to get some videos of some common shorebirds in New England. This isn't a scientific video, but there will be some facts on these birds as well as aquatic species along the way for the viewer to learn from. However, I would recommend using this as a general means for recognizing different shorebirds in the area if you're a boater or a angler in the area. So I hope you enjoy this episode, folks, and we'll talk to you at the end of the show. Here we are, folks. Yanni and I are going to Great Meadows National Wildlife Refuge today, so see if we can find some good birds. We're looking for shorebirds and water birds. Here we have a mute swan, folks, walking through the marsh here, as you can see in all these lily pads. Beautiful, beautiful bird. Here we have a flock of Canadian geese. You can see here, folks, lily pads as far as the eye could see. Excellent habitat for waterfowl and water birds. The leopard frog, folks, indicates a healthy ecosystem. These frogs reside in wetlands, and it indicates that there are a lot of fish and aquatic species in the area. There's the geese, folks, that we just saw. They're taking off now. You can see they're really here. Next to these Canadian geese, we have our great blue heron, folks. As you remember from previous videos, the great blue heron flies with his neck in. He's got his neck tucked in a little bit right now. He was just roosting now, so I don't think he's ready to fly off. Unless he sees me and doesn't like me and wants to go somewhere else, but I don't think he's too scared of me. Canadian geese are just chilling. The painted turtles are on the rocks here enjoying this last bit of summer. The storm is going to come this afternoon, so they want to take in as much sun as they can. You can see the beautiful colors on this painted turtle. This is a notorious bait stealer if you're using night crawlers. Can't talk too loud here, folks. I don't want to scare this guy away. Nope. The downy woodpecker, folks. You can see the terrain here, folks. All these, there's water underneath all this, so great place, sanctuary for birds and other types of aquatic species. A lot of places to hide in here. And this guy's just hanging out on the lily pad. He's got his own lily pad. It's like almost like a community hangout for him here, where he could just chill and rest and not have to swim for a while. As you can see, folks, these Canadian geese aren't too hard to find. You know, they're not like finding rare species of birds, but as you can see all of them up here. There are a huge flock of them. I don't know. These guys used to go south for the winter, but it seems like they're more year-round here now. I'm not sure if that's true or not. Here we have our painted turtle, folks. As you can see, beautiful animal. He's just out here chilling. This guy, yeah, get out of the way of these ladies here. And check him out. He's just looking at us. Such a peaceful animal.
Turtle?
Yep.
Right.
So this guy likes to eat worms. So we're going to let him go here in a second. He doesn't seem too frightened by us. Now he heard the word worms. All right. Put you back where you were. I just want to show you to the audience. You're a docile creature. You're a docile creature. Yeah. Didn't mean to frighten you.
Very rare. I believe that's a praying mantis. Really cool. That is camera, buddy. So cool.
Here we have a very prevalent species in Rhode Island, folks, and as well as Massachusetts, is the mallard duck. There are two females. I don't see too many males over there. They look like they're all female. There's quite a few of them on this rock, and then if you look out here we have a few more. There's one sleeping there. So folks, this is a double-crested cormorant. These two next to one another here, and they are looking for fish. That's what they eat. A lot of anglers don't like them, but it's a sign of a healthy ecosystem if you see a double-crested cormorant in the water. They go after smaller fish or injured prey. They don't really necessarily going after the big bass and stuff like that. So, you know, I've got a rod in my car. I could throw it out there, but I'm gonna let him go. Just let him chill. He's hanging out with all the bluegrass. Surprised he's not. Here, as you can see, folks, we have our mute swans. The one's looking back at me right now. And the reason he's looking back at me is because he's with some baby swans. So it's a family of swans. These grayer ones are smaller swans, and you got this guy out here who's just like keeping an eye out, and now they're all going to go out into the water and kind of chill. They like to eat seaweed and, you know, that type of thing. They're so pretty. But there's another angle of our double-crested cormorant. Another mute swan here, folks. And look what's standing back here. Another one of our herons. I believe this is a blue heron. Great blue heron, but I can't tell. Try to get a little closer to it, but I am fairly close to it given that it's looking right at me. So anglers out there, one thing you can most certainly count on when you see a great blue heron is that there are fish in the water body that you're at. You'll see this guy later on in the video and how he hunts for a smaller fish. It's really quite cool to see in the live. Here we have our family of cormorants here, folks, as you can see. They're all hanging out on this rock right now, looking for some fish to eat. So, try to get a little closer here. I don't like, and there's one right there. Look at 2 cormorants. Look how close I am to them now. There's a goose back there, and then we have our cormorants. Some more cormorants. We have a seagull. Another cormorant. Our Canadian goose. Oh, they're all taking off now. So folks, here we have our ring-billed seagull. These are definitely more common in freshwater than the other prevalent species of seagull in the area, which is the herring gull. The herring gull is usually bigger than the ring-billed seagull. However, this ring-billed seagull you see more in these lakes and river systems, whereas the herring seagull likes to hang out more near the ocean. I don't know what this guy's doing. He's flying away though. So folks, this green heron, what he's doing is he's going through these lily pad system and looking for aquatic invertebrates, as well as things like amphibians, frogs, things to eat, small fish. So that's what he's doing here. Generally, green herons do not go out into the water as much as great blue herons do. They don't wade in the water as much. Seagull's only standing on 1 foot. Well, actually, he might be standing on 2 now. I believe this is a green heron, folks, but I'm not positive. I'll have to look it up. Where'd it go? There it goes. As you can see here, folks, we have our great blue heron hanging out with our cormorants over here. He's hunting for something. I love it. He's looking for something right now. He's going to eat something. Now that's a true fisherman right there, folks. I wish I could catch him like that today. Well, folks, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Rick Simon Fishing Adventures Birding Edition. We really were quite fortunate to see a lot of different types of birds on this episode. So the fisherman, the person, the recreational boater, you'll have a good foundation of what types of water and shorebirds you'll see quite commonly in the southern New England region. So I hope you enjoyed this episode on birding, folks, on Shorebirds, and I hope that we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching and have a great day.